Hello and welcome to another video. As you can see, I have another little battery powered device, lithium ion battery of course, and what I'm going to show you is these 12 volt LED strips. I got this from Amazon. I think it was around $12–13 for I think 10 strips, 12 volts, and no, actually 12 to 18 volts, yeah, 10 pieces. Says it's for model train accessories, but I'm not going to use it for a train. I'm going to use it for my 3D printer for some lights. So here's actually a quick demo of it, if I can get it to stay. There we go. So I've wired them up, I've joined two together, very easy soldering job there, and I attached a JST connector like this so I can take off the battery and charge it, because as I said, this is going onto my 3D printer. I'll go and take you over there now. Actually, before I take you over there, I'm going to explain to you what this thing is. So it's basically a single 18650 lithium ion cell, cheap TMU battery. But the handy thing is that I can just swap this out with a better battery later, depending on how much runtime I want from the battery. And I've put a little 3M Velcro, not Velcro, it's a kind of a removable sticky thing, so I can take this off and charge it. And what we have here is a simple TP4056 module with built-in protection, so this will charge the battery. To get power, we use the other end terminals, the load terminals, and that is controlled by this single little switch, 1 amp switch, into an MT3608, which is a step-up converter. Now I've turned up this trim pot to 12 volts, basically gave it some power, put a multimeter there and turn it up until I get to 12 volts. Because this needs 12 volts to run. I think at the minimum, I think it needs 9 volts, but it's very dim. So it's set to 12 volts, and that's how this single 3.7 volt lithium ion battery can output 12 volts to power this thing. So now I'm going to take you over to the 3D printer to show you what I have to do. So here is my new 3D printer. It's the Creality Ender-3 V3 SE. Gosh, it's a mouthful to say. And as you can see, it's a really good buy actually. I'm really happy with it after some teething issues regarding a faulty SD card and some bed adhesion issues because I didn't set proper parameters, but it's all part of the learning process, isn't it? But I'll talk about my 3D printer in some future videos. But one of the first things I want to do is give it some light here. Now you can get a light bar that's specifically made by Creality for this, which requires removing these screws, putting a bar over and all that stuff. But you know, I'm a DIY person, so let's do it the DIY way first, and then we'll upgrade it and make it better. So first we are going to run it via battery. So it's kind of going to sit up there, I suppose, like there. And then I've measured it correctly, so that one strip goes there and the other strip goes on the other side under there. So I'm going to place it and then loop you back in.
The next day.
Okay, so next day I totally forgot to show you the lights actually placed and working. Turn it on here, little switch, 3 LEDs on each side. Don't need to go any more than that because it's more than sufficient to light up everything. And here we can see the battery mounted there, the switch, JST connector. So when I need to charge this, I just unclip this, pull it off, charge it with USB-C, then put it back, or I can just put a new battery in there. But this has been running, because this print's been going for a little bit. Actually, I printed stuff before then as well. This has been going for about 6 hours, so it's a kind of a cheap 18650 battery. about 1,200 milliamp hours, and it's been going for over 5 hours, so that's fine. And yes, I'm printing a stupid faceplate that says, "Are you pooping with 3 cats?" But there we go. DIY Creality Ender-3 V3 SE light strip. How's that?